Single file, they've all settled down a little bit since they were going into corners 3 abreast when this thing started.
60.13 for Jason Bright, a 60.19 for David Bernard. And the battle for the lead is down to 100ths of a second now, if you can believe that, at this stage of the weekend. 32 laps gone to 42, 10 remaining in this, the final race of round 6. And it's been an absolute thriller.
Guys, the reason it's been a thriller, particularly this third and final race, there was an enormous amount of juggling before this race started on tyres. The guys went through their 12 allocated tyres for the weekend. They were trying to pick the best ones for this race. Now, this has just come off Mark Larkham's tyre. We talked at the top of the program about how they might end up being like a cheese grater after going across the surface here. There's such an abrasive surface here at Wanneroo, but look at the damage to this tyre off Mark Larkham's car. He went to about mid-race distance before having to change it, but you can see how much it's perished during its torturous run at Wanneroo.
Yeah, they certainly get a workout. That's a graphic demonstration. Greg Rust on the spot, showing you just what these tyres go through.
It's like a cat's got its claws on. Rip the living daylights out of it. Inside, Paul Radicic goes on Max Wilson, and Glenn Seaton gets it a little bit sideways coming around there.
John Bow wants to fight as well. This is just at the back of the top 20. So there's battle groups right up and down through the field. We try and show them, or show you as many of them as we can throughout a race meeting. And the level of competition throughout the pack, they tend to break up into little groups, and the level of intensity within those groups is quite extraordinary. Here's John Bow trying to fight his way back. He's in 18th spot after that tangle with Neil Crompton. Crompton served his penalty with a drive-through, but quite often it's the man who receives, or who's on the raw end of the stick, gets served up even worse because you lose so much position. John Bow's right back there after looking so competitive with that great third-place finish in race 2.
Seaton's in 19th, Lowndes is in 20th. 4-time winner at this circuit, but never in a Ford, and not this time around. Seaton holds on to his position.
There's Crompton fighting his way back too after that drive-through, on board with Craig Lowndes up the inside of the Ford Credit Falcon. But it's a fairly futile exercise for Lowndes. He's right back there in 20th spot, fighting over 20th. So once again, Double O Motorsport team struggling to get a result. You know, they come out pretty quick out of the box when they arrive here. Just things not going their way once again.
Just been taking a look at the times at the front of the field, and Jason Bright and David Bernard have been going second for second around this circuit. Yeah. Bright still has the lead over Bernard, and gee, I mean, there's not much they can do now, is there? 8 laps to go. You can't imagine that Jason Bright and the Holden Racing team are going to self-implode, but Lowndes now comes up on the inside of Paul Radicic. Sneaks through there as well.
You see Jason Richards and the Team Kiwi Commodore. He's racing in some pretty illustrious company there. And the Team Kiwi Commodore, they've been the big improvers of 2002. No doubt about it. But they're right in here, mixing it up with some of the big names in the sport. And there's your order, the yellow boxes on the side of the PlayStation race score, as Jason Richards sneaks up the inside of Paul Radicic. Contact there between those two cars as well. But he manages to pull off the manoeuvre. Neil Crompton now looking for a way past the Team Kiwi Commodore. These yellow boxes, I was going to say, show how these cars have progressed in this race, how many positions they've made up.
Well, it makes you wonder if Radicic has got some sort of problem there, because as he came into turn 6, not only did Richards go past him, but Crompton joined the queue as well, and then about 3 others. Look at this. Seaton, about 3 others have also gone shooting past Paul Radicic as well. Yep, Faulkner's gone through, Wills has gone through. Must be Russell Ingall down there. No, it's Stephen Richards. So, troubles for Paul Radicic, car number 18 in the Shell Helix Ford Falcon. We're heading to the home stretch in race 3. Bright has it at the moment, 2.3 seconds behind is the Ford Challenge of David Bernard. Greg Murphy in 3rd position. Then it's Jones, Kelly, Sanders, Skate, Barguana, McConville, Marcus Ambrose. At this rate, Jason Bright will be our overall round winner. We'll find out on the other side of this break. We're back as John Bowe puts some pressure on Max Wilson. And Craig Lowndes continues to throw down a last-second challenge to try and make his way up the field. He's up into 18th position at the moment.
Nice clean move by the veteran John Bowe as he sneaks up the inside of the better electrical Ford. John Bowe now moves up to 17th spot. Or is that 16th now? 16th spot, so he's clawing his way toward the top 10 in a car that's been very, very quick all weekend, but just out of luck. Not so this man, Jason Bright. He was there to take over the reins when his teammate faltered, and he's done an excellent job in maintaining this incredible winning record for Holden Racing Team in 2002.
0.2, 5 laps to go, mate. 2.2.
Team just giving him the gap over David Bernard in the Haviland Ford. Bernard really has been a standout performer in 2002. He had a shocking rookie season, but he's really got his act together this year. Very consistent and very fast.
Well, car 18 is in pit lane. It is over for this round. And Paul Radisich, can you believe what a difference 12 months have made? What has happened to this car? It's undrivable, I understand.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe it. We during practice we were right up in the top 6 to top 7, and then we put on the new batch of so-called Dunlop tyres, and we just went backwards. The car just will not put its power down, will not turn in, and the tyres just deteriorate. And you know, the first set there started off fine in the first part of this race, and then just dropped away rapidly. And to finish it off, I think Jason Richards there hit me and washed me wide, and I come across and it bent the front steering arm.
Are you concerned about a bad batch of Dunlop rubber?
Well, they are, from what we can work out, a new compound, and they've seemed to have affected us. You know, we back-to-backed them with an older compound tyre, and it was half a second quicker. So we have to say for us, that was the case.
Hard luck.
Yeah, what a difference 12 months makes. Shell team absolutely dominant. Paul Radisich, pole position and 3 race wins. And look what's happened to the Shell team in 2002. Really struggling, particularly here at WA. But this man, as I said, David Bernard, really done an outstanding job in 2002. He stepped up to the plate where Marcus Ambrose has had poor weekends. David Bernard has been able to step in and give a strong result for the Stone Brothers operation. Full credit to Ross and Jim Stone for persevering with David Bernard. There was a time last year where he was just caught up in so many accidents and having so much trouble. Really, a lot of people predicted his departure from the team, but they've stuck with him, and this year he's really delivered. 9th in the Shell Championship points standings, and you've got another good points haul from this weekend.
Yeah, the best way to deliver is to be consistent in this championship, and that was David Bernard's goal, wasn't it? He just said, we'll just keep chipping away and try and keep moving up at every round. That's what he's been doing. He's going to come out of here with another 122 points, all things being equal towards the end of this race. Greg Murphy, this guy will, at this stage, finish 2nd overall. Bradley Jones in car number 21 is in 4th on the road. So they go arm wrestle for arm wrestle, the Aussie male team. They managed to bounce back when things get thrown in their face, and you can see the times there, the difference between the car in front of him and the car behind.
Look at that, it's down to hundredths in most cases, isn't it? Hundredths of a second. 5 100ths, 2 100ths, 9 100ths, not even a tenth of a second around a 2.4 kilometre circuit. Just shows how competitive these cars are at the moment. There may be some people at home worrying about the future of the Aussie Mail sponsorship of the Brad Jones team following the collapse of parent company WorldCom. Well, the word from the team is that it's business as usual, and let's hope that it can continue, because they really are starting to hit their straps in 2002.
Good bunch of guys too. They enjoy their racing. They're having a good time this year. Kim and Brad Jones are characters enough as it is. Throw John Bowe into the mix, you got yourself a whole lot of fun. There's the battle group that you're looking 5th and 6th. Todd Kelly and Garth Tander.
We saw Garth launching an attack a few laps ago, but he still hasn't been able to find a way around this car. Bright still the race leader, 1.6 seconds the gap between himself and Bernard. But you get the impression that Jason may be just backing it off a bit at the end of the race in sight. Final lap coming up indeed for our race leader. And this is the first time we'll not see Mark Scaife on the podium in the V8 Supercar Championship in 2002. Currently in 7th position. And it all went wrong for the champ in race 2. But there's no doubt about it. He's picked the right race meeting to falter. He's done so well in the double points rounds. That's what's given him such a huge dominance of the points situation. But this one's only 80 points per race, so the damage to his championship lead will be minimised.
Yeah, plus he got 80 points out of race 1, so if you're going to miss out on points, you've got to make sure that you get maximum in the bag before you start to dip out. So Jason Bright now comes around in car number 2. The skate streak comes to an end, but the Holden Racing team just keeps on winning. Jason Bright wins in WA and flashes the lights to celebrate his first race victory of the year. Make that his second. He took one out at Hidden Valley, so Bright comes across in first. Bernard second, Murphy third, Brad Jones fourth, Todd Kelly fifth, Garth Tander in sixth, Scaife seventh, Barguana comes across there in eighth, and Cameron McConville is ninth, and Marcus Ambrose in 10th. That means overall